positive vibes from me to you, coming to you yet again with another opportunity for you to do your work. It's your girl, Latoya, and I am here helping you to stay plugged in, for we are the source for change. Now, I want you to be your absolute best self, and I am quite sure that you want the exact same for yourself. But what if there was something preventing you from doing so? Like, have you ever been in a situation where you were having a conversation, engaged in conflict or a discussion of some sort, and somehow magically you felt something within you trying to hold you back or keep you from saying or doing something, but you could not resist it? So the end result ended up being something maybe a little bit more disastrous than you wanted. Have you ever been in a situation where after it has happened, you question, what just happened? Like, how did it even get to that? How did we arrive at the product at which now I am standing here questioning the entire situation, my job, my relationship, my parenting? Well, if ever you've been in one of those kind of situations, then this right here is the channel for you. One of the biggest things I've learned in life is that sometimes our interactions are not limited to one another. For we're not battling against flesh and blood, but against spirits and principalities. That invisible force that came before COVID and will be here when COVID is over. So if you're really trying to be your best self, then I need you to start checking in with yourself, by yourself, on the work that's required of you. So on this channel, we're talking about the toy box. Now, if you were a kid at some point in your life, you've had an opportunity to engage in quality conversations with self. You know, you had that favorite toy you played with, you had that favorite item that you would pick up every once in a while and just engage with, play with, talk to, imaginary. If you were a girl, you played with dolls. If you were a boy, maybe you played with trucks. If you're a parent, you've played with all of them because we enjoy our kids, right? But the biggest thing in time is that sometimes those toys, when played with and engaged with regularly and consistently, can become broken. And if it were your favorite, you may not ever let it go. Well, in life, our toy box is within us. Even though we've grown to become adults, or maybe you're a teen watching this and you're now a teenager, a young adult, or maybe you're a seasoned saint and you've lived your life and now you're watching other people live theirs or helping others to do the same. That toy box went from something external to something internal. That's what we're here about. As we train for success, we have to figure out what tools or what toys inside of that box are broken, and we need to create blessings from it. We need to stop dealing with things and start healing from things. Imagine a world happy, healthy, and healed because you showed up today to do your work. So here's what I want to share with you. One of the things I want you to engage in is quality conversations with self. Believe in yourself in a way that no one else does. And if you don't, then maybe you need practice. So if you have the opportunity, go ahead and stand in front of a mirror or get your phone, turn the camera on, put it on selfie mode, and look at yourself. And I want you to say something as simple as this. Doesn't have to be identical, but it definitely needs to be something that pours into you so that as you live your life, greatness can pour out of you. I am worthy of all of the good that life has to offer me. I am worthy of all the good that life has to offer me. No one has the right to make me feel inadequate in my own skin. I am empowered and I shall embrace my truth in order to discover my hidden treasures. There may be something you've dealt with, are dealing with, that you may be in need of healing from. But the biggest thing is making sure that you have quality conversation around what that looks like with yourself. And if you still can't figure it out with yourself, then we're going to definitely offer some tools and opportunities for you to do so with someone else. But the biggest thing is understanding that first you must embrace your truth. What is that thing that's keeping you from greatness, keeping you awake at night, keeping you from having loving, lasting relationships, keeping you from keeping a job, right? Maybe it's your attitude. Maybe it's your mindset towards life. Maybe there were some hardships that you endured coming up that are now coming out in adulthood. See, I don't know what that thing is for you, but whatever it is, it's your responsibility to heal from it so that you can be empowered to live your best life. So one of the things that I want us to do, and these are my beatitudes of personal wellness, because when you show up today, you're not showing up for anybody but yourself. Now, I know you may want to like, comment, and share and give it to somebody else to do their work, but that's so easy to do. I want you to take the road of, I don't know, uncomfortableness, unfamiliarity. I want you to be able to sit with yourself long enough to dig deep enough to get what it is that you were meant to get. For we all have purpose in life. And if you don't know what yours is, well, this is the time that you start discovering it. So the very first beatitude I have for you is I need you to be present. I need you to show up for you first. If you are sacrificial, self-sacrificing, so giving, so loving, and you just want everybody to be great, but you don't make time for yourself to be great, I need you to be present. I need you to be here. The biggest thing that you can do for everyone in your life is to take care of self. For when self-care is the best care, you have to want better to do better. And I want you to be your best self. Number two, I need you to make sure that you are being committed. Be committed to the work because it's going to get real hard, real challenging. A lot of pressure can be put upon you. It can get real messy. But guess what? Sometimes the best things come out of the worst situations. But you have to be committed to that work. Say, I want the final product and I want it to be great. And then lastly, I need you to be positive. On this journey, I need you to love yourself. Be your best self and be empowered to be your best self. Whatever you discover on this journey within yourself, love yourself through it. Whatever needs healing or whatever you need opportunity for growth in, give yourself space and grace to do that. But more importantly, on this journey, I need you to also have an accountability partner, somebody that you can share, somebody that you can love, somebody who you can be vulnerable with as you start to go through your toy box and find those broken toys, those broken pieces, those things that you really need to work on and work through, those people who would be okay with you shedding a tear and then loving you afterwards, those who are committed to constructive criticism and not judgment as you go through it. Because you all, if you had any type of childhood trauma, then you've had some adult drama. And if you are committed to the work required of you, then you're going to start experiencing some change in need of us all. So the biggest thing about this next part is we're about to lay the foundation. And as we lay the foundation, my house shall stand. And if that's what you want, then this next segment is for you.
No Limit Cleaning. Your dirt is our business. Commercial cleaning. We educate people on compliance to get through the COVID crisis. Call us at 502-299-0714. No Limit Cleaning. Your dirt is our business. Again, that's 502-299-0714.
Are you a poet for the people? Illuminating the emotions of those who know what suffering from an unjust system feels like. Everyone doesn't have the opportunity to hold a crowd by the ears, so for us to take on that role with our God-given craft, it's only right. Are you a poet for the people? A destiny meant not for the weak. We too have suffered trials and tribulations, experienced in rebuilding what was once torn down with the words that we speak.
Changing Image Barbershop is your best choice for your family haircuts. Just off of Hikes Lane in the Bardstown Square Shopping Center. Changing Image Barbershop has lots of parking and plenty of seats inside with a great family environment where every customer is treated professionally and like family. They specialized in the newest styles and cuts. Changing Image is the best barbershop in the Ville. They now have a braider and over 15 barbers available to you. Call them at 502-907-0010 or visit them at 2251 Hikes Lane in the Bardstown Square Shopping Center.
All right, you all. So, again, we're laying the foundation today in order for us to have a house that shall stand. And I'm not speaking of a physical house outside of ourselves, but I'm actually talking about our internal house. As we lay the foundation for being our best self, one of the things I definitely wanted to hit on was making sure that you are present, be present. Make sure you be committed to your work, be positive and love yourself, but also be aware because sometimes the universe provides opportunities and possibilities for you to be your best self. They always say practice makes perfect. So if you haven't learned the lesson yet, it's coming. And when it does, I need you to go ahead and learn that lesson. Whatever it is that you're supposed to go through, grow through it. Become a better version of yourself. And that's one of the things we're going to speak on. So let's think about laying the foundation of a house, the physical house. When you think about laying the foundation of a house, the very first thing you need is an architect. Who is the architect of your life? Who has the blueprint of your life? See, that spiritual man now needs to come into reality for your physical man to have manifestation. And when you lay that foundation and you allow your spirit man to guide you and to provide a platform for you, you're then able to move forward and progress through whatever you're going through. See, when you have a blueprint, no matter how off track you may get, you can always go back to it in order for you to know what your next step is, in order for you to know what tools you'll need in order to complete the next step. But if you're not aware of who your spirit man is or what that looks like for you, then maybe that's the first step on your journey. See, in order for my house to stand firm, I have to know that the reason I'm even here today is because I have purpose. My purpose in life is so important to me, and it actually provides the platform that I stand on today. It orders my steps each and every day. It provides opportunity for me to be intentional every day. So if there's an opportunity for you to grow, then that's today. Get you a notepad, start taking your notes, and start thinking about what it is you need to be working on so that you can be your absolute best self. So once that foundation is laid, thinking about the building materials in order to build the structure of that house, in order for it to stand the test of time, the things that you may go through, the trials and tribulations that you may experience in life, you have to make sure that you're committed to the structure of that work. See, if all I ever did was lay the foundation, walk away from it, and never go back to it regularly and consistently to ensure its sturdiness, then life will happen, winds may blow, and it could tumble over. And if your goal is to reach your finish line, then let's talk about how to train for success. So, one of the things that I need for you to do is have a goal in mind. What would be something you do short term and something you could do long term in providing opportunity for your house to be built? Something that you can do right now that will ensure that tomorrow you can start working on building up your spirit man to be your best self. I don't know what that would look like for you, but maybe it's setting aside time to meditate, setting aside time to pray, setting aside time to read a devotion or watch a motivational video to encourage you, to empower you, to implore you towards greatness. See, whatever it is that's going to continue to push you towards success, I need you to set a goal for yourself, write it down, and commit to it. Then I want you to set a long-term goal. One very similar to your short term, but progressively over time, you'll get to it. Once you're able to do that and you start working on yourself in the ways that you need and should, then the house that you build within shall be able to stand the test of times on the outside. Something else that I need you to do is develop a plan. What steps will you take in order for you to ensure your success? See, if we're trying to build up our house in order for it to be sturdy for the work that we're about to do, you have to have a plan. It's like the person saying, I want to be a multi-millionaire. All right, how are you going to become one? Ah, good question. What will I do to make some money? What will I do? How can I make my first $100? Right? That would be a short-term goal. Long-term, multi-millionaire. Short-term, make my first $100. How can I double that? How can I triple that? Make my next 1,000. See, that's why it's important to have a plan, because once you set those goals or those benchmarks or those milestones in place, now all you have to do is go back to it, repeat it, and get better at it. then eventually over time, you will be able to get to your goal. Something else I want you to do is to get up each day with intentionality. As you train for success, you have to be intentional about every minute of your day. How long does it take for you to get ready? How long does it take for you to travel to and from? How long does it take for you to prepare your meals? Do you have a day set aside for grocery shopping? Do you have a day set aside for cooking your meals? Because whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, you need to have a plan and you need to be intentional about reaching those goals. Again, if we're laying the foundation for what it is we're trying to do, trying to heal from childhood trauma, things that we've experienced and been through, we have to have a plan and we need to be intentional about working that plan every day. Another tip that I can give to you as we train for success, building up that sturdy house within ourselves will definitely be making sure that you learn from your journey. Life lessons empower us to be our best selves. Fail forward. One of the biggest things that you can do here on The Plug is understand the importance that we really are the source for change. Personal wellness at its best is you working each and every day to be your best. It's not about someone else. It's all about you. Another way of training for success is stop comparing yourself to other people, but compare yourself to the old you. Who were you yesterday? Are you that same person or better? How were you a year ago, 6 months ago? Are you the same or better? Because the biggest thing you can do for yourself is compare yourself to you. Others may have influence on your life, but they don't dictate it unless you let them. So be empowered to choose you at its best self rather than worrying about comparing yourself to others. See, comparison is the killer of joy. And when your goal is to be your happiest self, your best self, then you have to have an understanding of what that will look like and a plan to help you get that. Now, one of the things I want to share with you on this journey is our physical man being its best self. And in order for our physical man to be its best self as we train for success, is you have to make time to be your best. Healthy, your best when it comes to physical strength and wellness, but more importantly, ensuring that you're doing it daily and consistently. So if you're not showing up for yourself when it comes to quality care in that area, then maybe we need to put inside of our intentional plan time to work out, time to exercise, time to be our best self. Imagine a world happy, healthy, and healed because we each showed up each and every day to be our best self. We showed up each and every day to do our work. So when we come back from this next section, we're going to get right to a workout because sometimes it's not about having time, but making it.
No Limit Cleaning. Your dirt is our business. Commercial cleaning. We educate people on compliance to get through the COVID crisis. Call us at 502-299-0714. No Limit Cleaning. Your dirt is our business. Again, that's 502-299-0714.
Are you a poet for the people? Illuminating the emotions of those who know what suffering from an unjust system feels like. Everyone doesn't have the opportunity to hold a crowd by the ears, so for us to take on that role with our God-given craft, it's only right. Are you a poet for the people? A destiny meant not for the weak. We too have suffered trials and tribulations, experienced in rebuilding what was once torn down with the words that we speak.
Changing Image Barbershop is your best choice for your family haircuts. Just off of Hikes Lane in the Bardstown Square Shopping Center. Changing Image Barbershop has lots of parking and plenty of seats inside with a great family environment where every customer is treated professionally and like family. They specialized in the newest styles and cuts. Changing Image is the best barbershop in the Ville. They now have a braider and over 15 barbers available to you. Call them at 502-907-0010 or visit them at 2251 Hikes Lane in the Bardstown Square Shopping Center.
All right, welcome back, you all. So, the biggest thing about being a part of the Toy Box is empowering you to be your absolute best self, learning how to embrace your truth in order to discover hidden treasures. And on this journey of personal wellness, it would not be complete without having something to develop our physical self. So, two things. One, here's your health tip: meals. I love food. I love food. So, in order for you to understand the importance of that love for food, I need you to know food is fun, but food is also fuel. So, here it is: MEALS. MEALS. I need you to move daily, every day, 30 minutes minimum every day, all at once or in parts. You keep up with the time, but move every day so that you can be your best self. I need you to eat clean. Pay attention to the foods that you put inside of your body because that'll be how you live your life. All right, foods can give you energy. Foods can help you to be your best self, nourish you, antioxidants, all of those great things that you can get from food. But if you're not nourishing yourself well, then how can you talk about being your best self? I need you to accept feedback. There are people in your life right now who want you to be your best self just the same as you. And they may not know your complete story, but for the parts that they do know, they want you to be your best self. So listen, take some deep breaths, consider their thoughts, and grow from there. I need you to love yourself through this process. You are so beautiful as you are, but imagine how much more beautiful you could be as you continue to work on those things that are broken so that they can be a blessing. And then last but not least, I need you to stimulate your mind. One of the things you have to do on this journey is do something to educate yourself, empower yourself, encourage yourself to be your best self. Now, the biggest thing about stimulation of the mind is it comes in a variety of ways. I have here several things that I use to stimulate my mind. I have my books. One of the books I'm reading right now is Woman Evolve by Sarah Jakes Roberts. And then I also have a book on mindful eating. I really want to start thinking about the foods that I eat and how it impacts my life. And I need to try some different foods that are more on the vegetable side of life than others. And then, of course, as always, I'm always interested in data, just different things that help me to learn a little bit more about where we are. The Kentucky Department of Education puts these type of reports out. Our scholars, they take assessments, they take tests, they take surveys. This is some of that data, and it would surprise you the kind of information that's inside of here. So MEALS, drop a comment. Let me know what that stands for if you can remember it all. And I got you the next time we interact. So the biggest thing is ensuring the importance of that workout. So clear you some space. I'm going to turn on my Tabata. We're going to get started with a quick warm up. I'm not going to go through all of it with you, but we're going to get started. So these are my ropeless jump ropes, and we're just going to jump. Now, the reason I like the ropeless is because if you don't have a lot of space like in here, the ceiling is kind of low, it still allows me to get a really good jump in. Now, if you're the kind of person who says, "Whoo, girl, I can't jump, my knees hurt," okay, then just do calf raises, all right? But you're still going to get that good workout in as much and as often as you can, all right? So I just want you to get your heart rate up just a little bit, 30 more seconds, and then we'll get right into an interval. From here, we're going to go into jumping jacks. We're doing a Tabata. It's only going to be 15 seconds of work and 6 seconds of rest in between. And I just want you to push hard. We're keeping it simple today. 10 seconds left so that we can be able to start engaging ourselves. Short amount of time just to get that workout in. And that's it for you. Woo! All right, let's work. Jumping jacks. Again, if you can't do this, then all you need to do, step it out, side to side, full extension. Now, if you're here, I want those arms all the way up. 3 seconds. There it is. Rest. All right, here we go. Getting into our squats in 3, 2, and 1. Like sitting in a chair. If you cannot do this without a chair, grab a chair And then you'll just sit in the chair, stand back up and squeeze. Sit in that chair, stand back up and squeeze. Sit in the chair and back up. Go as low as you can go, but ultimately the goal is to be able to do your squats. Is to be able to do your squats in a 90-degree angle, all right? Getting as low as you can. There's a variety that you can do. So we just did the regular right there. In 3 seconds, we're gonna jog in place, trying to keep that heart rate up. Again, I'm just showing you some exercises you can do. So if you're the person who works at a place where you sit for a long time, or maybe you stand for a long time, but you don't have a long break, then here's some simple exercises you can do to be your absolute best self, okay? So I'm jogging. If you couldn't do that, then you could have just did some high knees, bringing those knees up as far as you possibly can, alternating hands right there, all right? Next up, we're gonna do heel taps. 2 versions of it, all right? 5 seconds left, you all. Whew. And 1. Here we go. So here's what I'm gonna give to you. Your heel taps right here. I just want you to touch those heels. Touch, touch, touch. I don't know if you can see that very well, but I'm just coming right up, touching those heels. Now, for those of us who say, you know what, I definitely can take it up a notch, I want you right here, all right? Because the biggest thing is you want to be your best self. So that means you're going to challenge yourself and push yourself. Listen to your body along the way, but do the work that's required of you. That's what's important. Whew, take a rest. We just have 2 more. Remember, you all, be empowered to be your best self. Push through whatever it is that you got to work on. We're about to do some windmills. Feet are apart, wider than shoulder width, and I want you to be your best self. Do your work, lay that foundation, opposite hand to toe, and come up and squeeze in between. I want you to be your best self. So the biggest thing is making sure that you know what type of foundation you're laying today. And I need you to think on that in between now and the next time we come back together. What type of foundation are you going to be standing on? What are you going to be doing to be your best self? How can we encourage you and empower you and uplift you in the direction of that? Because the biggest thing I can do for you is to provide an opportunity for you to be your best self. Next time we come together to my royal court, there is a war on family. I'm going to pause this here for you all. So that's a workout right there for you. I want to know, are you the pawn that the enemy is using to break down the family?
No Limit Cleaning. Your dirt is our business. Commercial cleaning. We educate people on compliance to get through the COVID crisis. Call us at 502-299-0714. No Limit Cleaning. Your dirt is our business. Again, that's 502-299-0714.
Are you a poet for the people? Illuminating the emotions of those who know what suffering from an unjust system feels like. Everyone doesn't have the opportunity to hold a crowd by the ears, so for us to take on that role with our God-given craft, it's only right. Are you a poet for the people, a destiny meant not for the weak. We too have suffered trials and tribulations, experienced in rebuilding what was once torn down with the words that we speak.
Changing Image Barbershop is your best choice for your family haircuts. Just off of Hikes Lane in the Bardstown Square Shopping Center. Changing Image Barbershop has lots of parking and plenty of seats inside with a great family environment where every customer is treated professionally and like family. They specialized in the newest styles and cuts. Changing Image is the best barbershop in the Ville. They now have a braider and over 15 barbers available to you. Call them at 502-907-0010 or visit them at 2251 Hikes Lane in the Bardstown Square Shopping Center.